I've heard people say that making a hard game is not that difficult. Tripping. Making hard games is incredibly difficult because the specifics of your design start to matter. You know it's not difficult? Slapping on that easy sauce and shipping it, where your fuzzy mechanics don't really matter. The player can just kind of chew through stuff. It doesn't matter. When you start making difficult games and you want them to be good and playable and fun, it's very difficult because you have to get into the real nitty-gritty of stuff. So like here's an example of just me struggling through bullet hell. Say bullet hell, right? It's just the hell of making bullet hells. So I've got this is a recording here, and so I got these whips here, right? By the way, getting through these whips is like, so first problem here, right? I kind of like the way they look. They look kind of cool, but it's kind of a problematic pattern because they increment the speed. Like this thing here, if I'm kind of going through here and like right here, sorry for like this progress bar in the middle. Like this is just like luck. I was like going here. I'm just like, yeah, it's not luck, but it is every time I go through it, I'm just like, ooh, that feels risky. It feels 50-50. So, this is already several iterations in, and I'm like, I kind of tighten the angles on some of these things to try to make them a little more dense because there are just like these big gaps, and it's just like super. Like once you see the gaps, I'm like, it becomes uninteresting. And so, yeah, I had to tighten it up, but then I'm like, do I loosen it up? I'm literally just like fiddling with small numbers in a data file to like make it to adjust the behavior. And then here's this next problem. So I take a hit here, right? Because like this pattern here. So it's like right there, right? This is because you have these kind of bullets here are kind of trailing in, so they match these bullets, so they kind of get overlaid. Like look at this, they get overlapped and you can hardly see them. And then they're moving really slow. And so like my eyes stop really tracking them unless I'm staring right down there, but I'm not usually staring right there. It's all in your peripheral vision. So I get hit, and I was like, I kind of want to micro here because if I try to go over here, this thing, by the way, I think you'll see it. Like it starts to swing over, so I'll get kind of trapped. So I'm trying to route through it. And so yeah, there's a number of possible fixes. So one is I can make these bullet faster, but then that changes this whole pattern up here. The way this whole whip works, so that'll adjust the formula. That would change that whole thing completely. I could change the color of these bullets. That might help. Or I could increase the spacing, or something. Do I delay this pattern from starting before this other pattern? Is the whole thing just a cursed pattern and I should scrap it all together? These are kind of the questions that rattle around your brain and trying to figure out what to do. Do I like this enough where I think I should grind it out? Sometimes you make stuff and it's like super easy and it's like you do it once and you're like, awesome, ship it. Other times it's just like all day, man, just like trying to get, this isn't even a whole boss. It's just like one 10-second little section in this boss. And yeah, that's super, super difficult, super time consuming, and really requires you to have a good understanding of the game. If your game doesn't have the fundamentals down, like dude, you're trying to make a Lego set with Duplo blocks. It's not going to work. Your hit boxes are so big that they were made so a toddler wouldn't choke on them. Yeah, you can't have bullet density like this, so you can't just cherry pick the aesthetics of bullet hell and slap it in your game and expect it to work, because it won't. Like it's all kind of a cohesive design together. Imagine like trying to make these kind of games without that fundamental understanding of how the genre works. That would be crazy. I couldn't imagine anyone trying to do